The choice to head to Noumea for my first tournament of the year was a relatively easy one. Although there was a challenger at Canberra, I thought it would end up being a little bit stronger than the list turned out to be. And I knew in Noumea it would be quite weak because people want to start the year in Australia leading into Australian Open qualifying. I went there last year and I knew how much of an amazing venue it was, really close to the water. The tournament hosts you at La Meridian, a hotel kind of resort setup. I took my mum with me because I thought it would be a cool experience to spend a lot of time with her, and it turned out to be a great decision. This picturesque waterfront there. It was a bit of a reshuffle last minute, and I saw that there's a Japanese pair, Asugi and Matsui. I saw they had withdrawn from the tournament, so I messaged them both to see which one had withdrew and why they withdrew. And it turned out to be Kaito Asugi, the younger one. So I messaged the vet, Matsui, and was seeing if he still wanted to go and team up with me, and he was keen. We hadn't spoken that much before, but we linked up, and the vibes were pretty good right from the get-go.
It's Thursday, the 28th of December, 2 days out from my first Brisbane International. I actually get to drive my car in this tournament, which you do not get to do every week, that's for sure. So I'm going to take the opportunity to drive around, get a little coffee this morning, have a pretty easy morning with a couple hits later on, 2 till 4 o'clock. But yeah, feeling good. Feeling like I put in a good pre-season, feeling like I'm ready for my first BI. I've always wanted to play this tournament, as a young kid, watching it on TV. And I actually got to go on the centre court when I was like 8 years old or something for some exhibition. So it's pretty cool that I get to play it now, like 14 years later. But yeah, I'm feeling good, mentally ready, and not feeling too stressed out about what could or might happen, which is probably where you want to be as a tennis player and as a human being. So I'm soaking it all up and excited for the week to come. Is this what it takes? Take it off. You get a few shirt off ones? Yeah.
In Noumea, not often I get to play singles in these challenges, so when I do, I'm super keen to make the most of it. Obviously I want to win, but also just enjoy the rally. Doubles can sometimes be really short rallies, so love locking into a bit of point construction. Playing a tall left-hander, Preston Brown. So it's going to test the returns a bit. Lively courts with the hot weather. Not that fast, but pretty bouncy. Yeah, I know I'm going to be pretty excitable for that first match. I'm just going to manage the heart rate a little bit, and got my mum watching me, which is the first time she's come to a tournament in so long. So super keen to put on a good match for her, and let's see how it goes. It was good to win, quite convincingly on the scoreboard, but I still felt like I was playing with a little bit of anxiety. I could have been freed up a bit more on my shots, just my follow through. I felt a bit restricted, which is for me kind of cue of playing with tension. Still under pressure, I went after the ball a bit. I mixed in some serve volleys. I returned pretty well. So I ended up going down to Hiroki Maria, 5-7, 6-2, 6-love. Seemed like I dropped off a cliff physically by the looks of the scoreline, but I don't know what's worse, but I didn't. And I felt like I was playing probably a 5, 6 or 6 out of 10 in the first set, and won it 7-5. There was a lot of breaks to serve, which was kind of expected, as they're both good returners and not great servers. So I was definitely thought I was in with a good chance after that first set if I'd played kind of average and won it. He's level lifted as the match went on. It increased more and more. As far as the 6-love in the third loss goes, it was enjoyable. So pissed off when I lost my match that I decided ripping my shoelace was a good option when I was untying my shoes. Now I'm getting ready to practice and I can't tie it up. Wrong move.
Alright, it's officially here. Game day. First match of the 2024 season, even though it's still 2023. I think it's the 30th of December today, Saturday. Draw came out last night. Play a Frenchman, Gregoire Barreri. Probably not how you say it, but I'll go with it. Played him a couple years ago actually at the AO. Got him 5-3, but he was really struggling in the Aussie heat. So we're playing Australia again, and it's hot. So maybe the cards are falling in my favour. We'll see. He's been climbing up the rankings ever since then, though. So I'm sure it's going to be a tougher battle than last time. He's been doing really, really well. He's got lots of weapons. But honestly, I don't really care who I play today. I'm just craving that match environment, that heat of the battle feeling. I've been kind of missing that. You can't replicate it in training. So it's been 6 weeks of training now, and I'm really ready just to absolutely leave it all out there. And that's a great feeling as a tennis player. Obviously, I'm still kind of worried about how I might play or what might happen, but that's kind of taken a back seat, and I'm really just keen to get out there and just give my best and kind of problem solve. I'm really craving that feeling and that opportunity and that challenge. So I want to prove my pre-season right and start off the season well. I know it's a really good opportunity, these two tournaments, but at the same time, as I said, I'm just super keen to get out there, test my skills, and see how it goes. But looking forward to it. Let's see what happens.
12:41 p.m. I'm playing first round doubles at 1 p.m. I'm just about to go meet Matsui in the gym. I'm feeling unusually anxious, stressed, to be honest. I recognise that I have a tiny sniff at Australian Open if I can win this tournament. I've gone back-to-back last two challenges. I've gone finals, so if I could put in a good result here, put me in 140 or so, and it'd be worthwhile, being in the conversation. I may be deluded in thinking that, but anyway. So I recognise that's probably adding to the stress a little bit. But I'm also playing these singles guys that are playing Australian Open qualifying next week. I'm not sure how they're going to be. They might be swinging free. I don't know if they're going to be tanking to get to Melbourne. I don't know if they're going to be lighting it up because they've got they don't really care about doubles, and maybe they have a flight in a couple of days' time. Also the first time playing with Matsui. But nevertheless, I'm going to try and recognise that I played my best tennis when I was relaxed and not even focused on winning, but more focused on playing aggressive and holding my grip tension loose, and everything else is just a byproduct of that. So I'm going to try and go back to those cues and live and die by the sword here. We'll see what happens, but I'm looking forward to being back in the match scenario. First doubles match of the year. So here we go. 3-all, 15-40. They came up with a really good lob, put me back in the corner. Lobbed, and I went back and kind of tried to go really disciplined option, just trying to throw the lob up as high as possible. Fortunately, dropped in, and then I made my way back to the net and put a little bit more pressure on, and Henry missed the backhand pass long. Matsui was closing down the middle hard. And that was a gutsy hold. Matsui made a good first serve at deuce, and I put the volley away. And I think doubles is so often decided on 1 or 2 points, and that was the point. That was the point that changed the match for us, and we came out the victors with a 10-5 win in the Super, and I knew this match was a really good one to get through because there was potential for the draw to open up.
Just woke up after a little sleep in. Tough loss yesterday. 6-3, 6 love. Tough way to start the year. To his credit, he played pretty flawlessly, super aggressive. Kind of took the match out of my hands from the beginning. He played an unreal first game. He was just on fire. I just felt like anything I was dropping short, he was all over. I just built so much pressure, and I feel like I had to hit the ball so well to stay in the rally. And also he was returning very, very well. I feel like I was getting a really good read on my serve, and because of that, he was able to return really deep, and I was on the back foot even on my service games, I felt. talked to my mate who watched and my dad after. They were just saying I was going too many kickers to his backhand. I was 2 from 14 when I went kicker second serve to his backhand. He has a world-class backhand, especially yesterday. Able to hit it super hard and spread it super well. I feel like I could have maybe matched fire with fire a little bit. I was trying to mix it up a little bit by coming forward and maybe changing the pace. But I think if I maybe try to kind of stay really aggressive with him and match his aggression, I think maybe that was the only way I was going to swift or change the course of that match, because he was kind of dealing with the variation pretty well. And yeah, probably the only thing I could have done in that situation is kind of try and match him in terms of ball speed and firepower. And usually in the past, I'm pretty good at kind of finding my way into a match and using my skills and most of the time consistency to kind of find my way into a match. But yesterday, that just wasn't cutting the mustard. So I think I needed to be a bit more proactive in noticing that was maybe the best course of action. And that's probably the most frustrating thing right now. It's just when you look back, no, I should have done that. Like, how did I not realise? Like, I knew he was munching my second serve, but I didn't know it was like 2 from 14 to his backhand. That's things you have to be aware of if you're gonna give yourself a chance against someone who's at a high level and playing very good themselves. So. A little bit disappointed to start the year like that, but at the same time, like, I'm not looking into it too much. It's just one of those matches where he played very well, and yes, I could have done maybe a couple things, but it was one of those matches where you can't really look too deeply into it because it's a bit of an outlier, I feel. But yeah, gonna have a day off today, a little chill day. Just try and get in the gym. I'm trying to be a bit better with dealing with losses in terms of not kind of changing my course of action. Try and stay professional. I can get a bit slack the day or two after a loss. Not with training. I usually get back out there, but with gym and stretching and just those things. So that's going to be a big focus of mine this year. See how well I can maintain the professionalism, even when the feelings are kind of telling you not to, in a way. But yeah, again, next tournament's Australian Open, biggest tournament of the year. Can't wait. Love the Aussie Summer tennis. There's nothing for me to get down about. It's just a tennis match. So.
Okay, semi-final day, semi-final afternoon. We're first on at 3 o'clock. They're actually good with the plastic here. They give you a couple of water bottles at the start of the tourney. They have us 3, I'm down to 1. I lost 2. They give us like some water taps on court to fill. Get my wristbands very moist out there. If I'm playing during the day, also I grip with my rackets as Torna grips. Got the Onyx grips if I'm not sweating too much. Torna grips because my hands get so sweaty that I don't want to stress too hard about having to hold on to the racket. So let's go. Oh, towel as well. Bring a big towel in case those court towels can be a bit smooth, and I like that towel is nice and sort of raw for me to dry the hands properly. Tunes are on, they're vital. Let's do it. Well, we've got a really good opportunity here playing a team. This is probably as good as it gets for a 100k semi-final. So it means full focus every point. I don't want to think that I'm already through the match. Don't want to take these guys lightly at all. I'm feeling sharp in the warm-up, ready to lock in right now. I think Matsui's feeling the same. He's got, if I think I'm experienced, he's got 15 years on me. So, okay, ready to rumble. Feeling like some fired up, some platoons to fire me up right now. Come on, we're gonna serve first. If we win the toss, I'll let Matsui choose what side he wants to serve from. I'm feeling sharp, here to get out there. Not feeling fear at all, keen to just lock in. Gonna go meet him in the gym, loosen the body up a little bit, head up to the court. We go.
Je mets... Je Matsui. Je set a match Matsui Puttergill.
Finals day, made it. Played a pretty scrappy match yesterday, but got through, played the big points all right. Today's gonna be a different kettle of fish, playing good mates of mine, Ruben Statham and Colin Sinclair. They won it last year, they're defending the title, and they actually beat my partner and his partner at the time, or his usual partner, Asugi, a Japanese player, in the final. Ready to just go for it and embrace the occasion, and appreciate the fact that we're going to play in front of a good crowd today. This tournament's been epic. So unfortunately, this Challenger TV stream must have stuffed up and they didn't get footage of the finals match. We lost our good friends Ruben Statham and Colin Sinclair. It was such epic atmosphere. The crowd was packed and everybody was cheering for both teams, and it was sucked. My mum couldn't be there, but I loved it. I played probably my best match of the tournament, ironically, because we lost 5-2, which is kind of convincing for a doubles match on the scoreboard. But I hit the ball with no fear, and I did the right things, and we didn't win the big points. And credit to them, they played really well. They served really good. So yeah, unfortunately, we can't give you any highlights of that, but it was a great match, and that afternoon, I got a news that I'd got a wild card into Adelaide 250, which was absolutely massive for me. So that was a very nice consolation prize after losing a final, and still 60 points in the bag moved me up from, I think, 156 to 148. So 60 points in the bag as well. It takes your best 18 tournaments of the year of a 12-month rollover, and my lowest is 16. So I guess technically that's given me 44 points. So yeah, which it gets tougher and tougher to move up, but overall quality week on court with Matsui, and the presentation was humorous and lighthearted, and everybody, what a great tournament that everybody gets around, and it was so cool to play in front of those crowds. And now I was just ready to fly out the next day. Had got some room service and watched some of the Aussie summer on TV of the tennis, and I was bags packed and locked and loaded for the next chapter.